So today's dismal jobs report actually looked like the worst in 3 years, and native-born Americans continue to lose jobs. Foreign-born Americans seem to be taking them away. We welcome to the show Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Senator Rubio, great, sir. It's good to see you. I know this is a subject that interests you a lot, this whole imbalance. Native-born job loss, about 1 million, if I'm not mistaken, native-born job losses over the past 12 months, maybe slightly less, and about 1 million have gone to foreign-born workers. What do you make of it? What do you think about it, Senator?
Yeah, if you think at all the net jobs in the last 3.5 years, they've all gone to people not born in the United States. Now, some of them are U.S. citizens; they've been here a while, but a significant percentage of that is being driven by migrants coming into the country that Biden and Harris have allowed in. And so, what the numbers tell us is that there are people that have lived here most, if not their entire lives, who have lost jobs. Meanwhile, some of those jobs are being taken, or the new jobs are being taken by people that are coming from overseas, and we know a large number of them, 9, 10, 11 million that have come in just the last 3 years because of the open border. That's extraordinary. Look, this is probably, I could argue, the worst jobs numbers, the ones we got in October, the worst job numbers in history. And what really bothers me is the way every one of these now, I think 14 of the last 16, massive down reductions, adjustments. They come back and they revise the numbers, but they get the headline. The media runs with the headline, oh, look at these great numbers for Biden and Harris. The economy's turning around. Then they come back and revise them. When I said that last month, they said I was lying. Biden himself said I was lying from the podium at the White House. And here we get the revisions now for October and September, or August and September. Another downward revision, a combined 112,000 jobs less than what they said had been created.
Yeah, you're right about that, 112,000. It's like these jobs evaporate. The big one was 818,000. We'll probably see it again. Some people think when you see these downward revisions, it's a sign of a recession that's pending. The other thing is, unemployed and underemployed, marginally attached, those numbers are up well over 13 million. So I just wonder, there are other things going on, but this is part of the kitchen table, I think, failure of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Okay, they don't want to talk about this. Yeah. They'd rather call us all Nazis and fascists, but they don't want to talk about this, Senator.
Well, why would you talk about a record like that, which is their record? But people feel it in their lives. This is enormous disconnect between the people talking about finance, including, what I think is, I don't think there's any doubt that in the last week, we have seen a disinformation campaign by major media outlets in this country to influence this election that has no precedent. And it ranges from everything to saying that Trump called for Liz Cheney's execution, which is a lie. That's not what he was saying, all the way to trying to cover up what Biden said the other night, calling all of Trump supporters garbage. But this is part of the disinformation. They go out there and they say, oh, the economy's doing great. They have spent months trying to convince people that our economy is doing phenomenally well. And they point to things like the unemployment number, which doesn't tell you and doesn't account for the millions of people that you've just cited that have stopped looking for work or basically are working off and on as they need, but not really the kind of work that people want in order to start a family and build communities and get ahead in life. But that disconnect in people's real lives, they feel it, they see it, they feel this every single day, and that's why an overwhelming number of Americans are not happy with the direction of our country. So yeah, if I'm the vice president, like Kamala Harris is now, under a Biden administration that presided over this economic disaster, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about fascists, Nazis, garbage supporters of Trump, anything but their record. That's what they want this to be about.